Why requirement traceability is required. Evolving requirements. If requirements change, it is important to identify when and why they change so the QA team can change their test plans accordingly. Coverage. To ensure that the QA team has covered all the requirements in their test. This is essentially important when new requirements are added later in the project. System maintenance. If a tester who has developed test cases without using traceability leaves the organization, how would the replacing tester come to know from which requirements the test cases came from? So, traceability is important. Tracing changes in Quality Center. You can instruct Quality Center to create alerts automatically and send email to notify those responsible when changes occur in your project that may impact the testing process. Traceability can be achieved in two ways: automatic alerts, follow-up alerts. Automatic traceability alerts. To generate automatic traceability alert, your Quality Center project administrator must activate traceability notification rules in project customization. Traceability notification rules are based on associations you make in Quality Center between requirements, tests, and defects. When an entity in your project changes, you are notified of any associated entities that may be impacted by the change. The following are the scenarios when a traceability alert could be generated. First, when a requirement change, the designers of the associated test are notified. When a requirement changes and it has associated test, all project users are notified. When the status of a defect changes to fix, the responsible tester of the test instance is notified. When a test runs successfully, the user assigned to the associated defects are notified. Let's look at this with an example. Say priority of a requirement is changed from low to urgent. When the tester logs in against the test for which the requirement is changed, he sees an red colored exclamation mark signifying a change in requirement. When the tester clicks the Trace Changes flag, the Trace Changes dialog box opens stating the requirements that have changed. Let's look at follow-up alerts. You can use follow-up flags to remind yourself to follow up on something. You can set follow-up flags for a test in test plan tree or test grid, a test instance in the execution grid,